around the world, and you're trying to combine passenger and freight on the same plane. On that level, it's very, very hard. We knew what we had to do. We had to get the engineers involved to make sure the plane could stand that stress of flying with that much freight in the back. To get all of that together took a year. Everything else was in place. We'd got the visas, we'd got the equipment, we'd got everything. The only thing we hadn't got was the authorization to fly the plane.
I was the nut in the nutcracker, as it were, because when it came to that morning and we still hadn't signed off on the bits of paper we needed to get the airplane airborne, I was in a stressful place.
The tyre was a little bit flat this morning, not dangerously so, but just as a precaution we put a new wheel on it. It's not like Formula One.
Right, the old man who brought the wine, is that him?
Yeah.
Front and centre, take your hands out of your pockets.
How come we shouldn't have our hands in our pockets?
Because it shows a slovenly attitude, the type of attitude that is easily displayed by ex-colonialists like you lot. Ian, what you did tell me to do with the documentary people as they annoyed me? You said I've got to be really nice to them.
Iron Maiden's always been a band that's maintained their privacy to a certain level over the years. They've never really had like a camera crew kind of come into their lives who are outsiders, and we don't really know what to expect.
Turn out.
Well, good morning. Welcome
good
to
morning.
Stansted.
Who's you? Who are you? Because as we drove into the airport, everybody had arrived. There was you guys out there with the cameras, and Rob was telling us to be nice to you and all this. And I was like, yeah, you don't come out of my face. Right, come here. Didn't really sleep a lot the night before. It was because it's like going on holiday. When you get, when you were a kid and get anxious and don't want to go to bed, just want to go away.
Oh, yes, here we go, Ed Force One. Hey, you freaking beauty.
And you got a whole crate of paper up there.
I must admit I was a bit sceptical about it all. The idea of band and crew travelling on the same plane was like a trip you do away in a coach somewhere and have a few cans of beer in the back, like a day trip, except that it lasted 6 weeks.
I think the only time we'd ever travel with a crew was back in the late 70s, where basically there was only one crew member. There was a band and one guy.
I think it's something everyone look forward to, actually, because all crews are maniacs, and ours has got their share of characters.
No interviews for tax purposes.
Sorry, you're not allowed in this section. I'm sorry, you haven't got a special pass.
So we got the rubber stamp of approval. We're all strapped down and palleted and firebagged and everything else. And we're good to go.
Good to go. Everything was just going swimmingly. And I sat at the flight deck going, there are so many things that could go wrong. Just take a deep breath and wait till they close all the holds, and then we can go.
4 hours 45 is the flying time. A bit windy when we get to Baku, and then a stonking tailwind take us to Mumbai. 3 hours 47 to Mumbai. Plenty of time to drink Nico's bottles of wine. See you later, and we'll get ourselves underway. All right? Bye for now.
Hi, Star 666 Tower, via Sierra 1, clear for takeoff, wind 290, 10 knots.
Sierra 1, clear takeoff, 5 Star 666.
I've done plenty of takeoffs in Boeing 757s, but this particular one was rather special. It was like, I was so glad to get the wheels up and get underway.
London 5 Star 666, passing 2,800.
Everybody was just chuffed to bits in the airplane. The seats were all comfy and the road crew couldn't believe the leg room, and then the cabin crew started serving the drinks and the grub and everything else. Everybody was like, yeah, great! This is the way to do it.
Getting here on Thursday, the band's been mobbed by young rock fans keen to get a closer look at their heroes.